Hi there, my name is Rachel, and today's practice is extra special. I'm calling it Yoga for Vitality. It's in celebration of my newest course that I'm launching called Yoga Immersion, the Chakras. I'm super excited about this course. 6 weeks of classes. We'll get to dive deep into each of the 7 different chakras and learn more about what makes them special and how they can serve our lives and our overall person. It's going to be held locally here in St. Louis, Missouri at Personal Space Fitness on the Hill. We'll be meeting on Sunday mornings from 11 a.m. until noon, starting September 10th, going until October 22nd, with a break in our class schedule on October 8th. And after we learn more about each of these different chakras, we'll spend a time flowing through a vinyasa-based practice, a guided meditation, and sound bath elements for Shavasana, all designed to help us integrate more what we learn. In addition, there'll be some journal prompts you can take home if you want to further your learning and keep thinking about our class throughout the week. If this sounds like something that would serve you or that you're interested in, please follow the links in the description of this video. One goes to the Personal Space Fitness website where you can register for the class, and the other takes you to my website, racheliscozy.com, where you can learn more about me, learn more about the course as well on either of those links. Let me know if you have any questions, but without further ado, we'll get started with today's practice, Yoga for Vitality. We'll begin in meditation in an easy cross-legged seat, Sukhasana. Whatever cross-legged seat can support you for a few minutes while we ground down into this present moment to start our practice. And feel free to take a few moments to get yourself settled. And once you feel like you've made a firm foundation for yourself to sit in, go ahead and close your eyes. Placing your hands in whatever posture in your lap or on your knees feels right for you today. Here in this moment, with all that this moment brings. The feeling of the earth beneath your seat. Maybe you feel some gentle strength in your core to support that tall spine as it reaches through the crown of the head. Taking a glance at how your body feels today. Taking a glance at the mind, the heart. What are your thoughts like today? What are your emotions like today? Taking a glance as well at the breath as it flows in and out of the nose. On an inhale, the coolness of the room flows down the throat and into the lungs. On an exhale, that breath is released back into your space with some warmth from your body. Noticing that effortless flow, that mindless flow of the breath that has always been here to support us every moment of every day of our lives. The yogis believe that the breath carries vital energy, what they call prana. That the breath not only invigorates every cell with the oxygen that it needs, but also invigorates every cell with the prana that we need. Let's spend some time taking some mindful breaths together today. Take a normal breath in and out of the nose. Then we'll begin to the count of 4. Take an inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gentle hold at the top, and then exhale, count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Gentle hold at the bottom. In and out of the nose, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Release, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Last round. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Allow your breath to return to its normal cadence in and out of the nose. I invite you to take a journey with me today through our imagination. What does a day in your life look like when it has been infused with vitality? Beginning to imagine all of the details. What's on your to-do list for that day? How do you feel about that to-do list? Do you feel excited, invigorated about this work on your most vital day? How do you feel waking up in the morning when you open your eyes, knowing you have a beautiful day ahead of you? How do you feel at the end of that beautiful day, laying your head down on your pillow at night? What sorts of sights do you encounter on this day? Using our imagination to visualize these things. What sorts of sounds do you hear? What do you touch? What emotions do you feel? Maybe the sounds and smells and tastes as well that you'll encounter on this beautiful day full of vitality. I invite you to, through this visualization, to find what it is that makes you feel most alive and set that as your intention for practice today. And sometimes it can be hard to truly understand what we want. And our yoga practice is a wonderful tool to help us to figure that out, ask those questions, and listen to our body, mind, heart, spirit. So for you, if nothing comes to mind, I offer a simple intention. I and my life are full of vitality. I and my life are full of vitality. Holding whatever intention resonates with you in your mind's eye. Take an inhale, breathe some energy, breathe some life into it. And then exhale, release, allow that to dissolve. Gently blink your eyes open. We'll call our intention back to us as we practice today. From our cross-legged seat, we'll simply roll over our knees if you like, or you could send the ankles off to one side and come into hands and knees posture. Planting those hands firmly underneath each shoulder. Take an inhale and step the balls of the feet back to plank pose. And then exhale, hips go up and back for downward facing dog. Guiding the heels towards the floor. Opening up the backs of those legs, pressing firmly out of those hands on an inhale. Lift your right leg up and behind you to the sky, three-legged dog. And then exhale, draw the knee to the chest, place the right foot between your hands, and seal your back foot flat so that way the blade edge of your foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Your front heel bisects that back arch. And when you feel stable and steady, on an inhale, windmill those hands open, what we call warrior two, bending the front knee, lunging into it, but feeling nice and centered, like the weight of the body evenly distributed between both feet. The arms spread wide, collarbones running across the chest. I invite you to notice your feet here, how they plant firmly into the earth. I invite you to notice your legs here. Feel your strength. Feel all that is here building this firm foundation for you. On an inhale, straighten the front right leg. Kick the left toes in so that way our feet mirror one another. On an inhale, reach the hands up to the sky for tall. Then exhale, place the hands on the hips as you hinge and fold in between these legs for a wide-legged forward fold. Still pressing into the feet, and it's fine to allow some rounding to the back here. It's even fine to bend the knees as well, if this is kind of a deep stretch for you. We're connecting with our breath as we move through these postures today. You can choose to lower the left knee down if you like. You can choose to lower the forearms down to the earth if you like, or any variation that's going to serve you today. You may even choose to roll this right foot open so that way you're coming to the blade edge of your foot and the right knee is able to come out to the side here. And we find ourselves sinking into our hips, but with strength. Inhale, press into each hand. Lift the left knee off the ground if you need. Bring the front foot up and behind, and then lower it down onto the earth. Back into our downward facing dog. From here, we'll lift the opposite foot. Three-legged dog, and then exhale, place it on the outside of the other hand. And we'll find our lizard now on our other side. Whatever that means for you. Finding our strength, finding this heat that's building. And being present with all of it. Being present with the way the body feels. Being present with the feelings of the heart and the thoughts that can arise in these strong poses as well. On an inhale, pressing back into the hands, lifting the back knee. We'll inhale, lift the front leg up and behind, pressing back into three-legged dog and then setting that foot down. And from here, we'll lower both knees to the mat, coming into a wide knee Baddha Konasana hip stretch, bringing the soles of the feet together and the heels as close to your seat as you'd like. The closer they are, the more intense of a stretch. The further they are, kind of dials back on that intensity. On an inhale, reach to the crown, and then exhale, hinge at the waist and fold down. As we begin to enter our hip area and open this up, sometimes we crack open a lot of emotions that were stored here as well. Our yoga practice invites us to care for ourselves and understand everything that makes up who we are. We pay attention to our thoughts, to our bodies, and we also pay attention to these emotions. No matter what it is that arises, when it comes to thinking about our most vital life, living a life that's full of vitality, there can be a number of emotions that arise. Excitement and passion to bring your dreams forward. Sometimes also doubt or stories that other people have told us to discourage us, stories that we may even tell ourselves without even realizing it sometimes. Our yoga practice, though, gives us the opportunity to observe all of these emotions and then decide which of these emotions are continuing to serve us and which are not. So as you sit here in this Baddha Konasana, with each inhale, receiving more of what you would like to keep. And with each exhale, releasing more of what no longer is serving your most vital self. On an inhale, we'll gently rise on out of this Baddha Konasana, placing our hands on the floor behind us, fingertips facing forward, and then place the soles of the feet on the floor. Go ahead and send your knees out to one side and then to the other. Windshield wipering these shins back and forth, getting the blood flowing back into the seat of those hips. And when you feel like your hips are alive again, keeping the hands planted, balancing on our seat here, lift the shins to the sky. Nice and bright toes.
You could stay here, or you could choose to bring the arms forward, palms to the sky, coming into boat pose. You could stay here, or you could choose to straighten the legs, coming into a different expression of boat pose. Whatever is going to serve you most today. Take an inhale here, and an exhale here. And then on your next inhale, straighten the legs, lower the shoulder blades to hover above the ground, heels above the ground, canoe. And then on your next inhale, exhale, raising those shins back up to the sky. And we'll repeat this a couple more times. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, knees draw in. One more time. Inhale, canoe. Exhale, boat. Inhale here. And then exhale, woo. Coming to lay down onto our backs now. Pressing the shoulders into the earth. Soles of the feet flat, knees bent. If you reach your fingertips forward along the body, you might be able to feel your backs of your heels here. Pressing into the shoulders, pressing into the back of the head, pressing into those heels. On an inhale, lift the hips to the sky. And if you'd like, if your shoulders are relatively open, feel free to snuggle those shoulders underneath the body. Take a clasp of the hands underneath, coming into bridge pose. Opening up through the center line of the body, opening up through the heart space. Taking a couple breaths here. One more inhale. And then exhale, lowering down onto the mat. You can walk the feet out to either edge of the mat and allow the knees to tent inward. And maybe you place a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly here. Maybe you even close your eyes, taking a chance to check back in. We'll do 2 more back bends like this, opening through the heart space now. Placing the hands on either side of the body, walking those feet back in so the heels are in line with the hip points. Pressing into those hands, those shoulders, those heels. On an inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Maybe take a clasp of the hands. And as you open through the heart center, maybe say something compassionate to yourself. Maybe it's your intention. I am full of vitality. My life is full of vitality. Maybe it's something more specific. Like, I believe that I can do this. I can bring these dreams forward. I am capable. I love myself and my vital life. On your next exhale, lower the hips back down to the mat. Heels to those feet out to either side and tent those knees in. Take a moment. We'll do 1 more of these, but if you would like to move from bridge to wheel pose, we'll all pass through bridge together, and then I'll show how to move on to wheel pose if you'd like to go. Walking those feet back in, pressing those hands into either side of the body. On an inhale, send the hips up to the sky. You could stay here. This is a perfect place to be. Or if you'd like, you can send the arms up and overhead and then place those hands above the shoulders. That way the fingertips are facing those shoulders. Pressing into the feet on an inhale. Send the head to rest onto the mat. Give yourself a chance to resituate your hands. And then on your next inhale, press the arms to straight. Press through the feet. Open up through the center line of the body. Maybe you come to the tips of the toes. One final inhale here. And then exhale, begin to lower gently. Vertebra by vertebra, all the way down, whether you were in bridge or in wheel. Ooh, sometimes these heart openers can really get your heart going. Feels good though. It feels good to be alive. It feels good to be full of that energy. From here, we'll come to plow pose. So if you'd like to have a block above your head to rest your feet on, that can be a really great option. Pressing those hands into either side of the body once again, just like we did for bridge. Take an inhale here, and then exhale. Press and send the feet up and above the head. And if they don't quite touch the floor, or if you don't have a block you'd like to place there, you can place your hands right here on those hips, pressing the elbows down into the earth, giving yourself some support. And if you'd like to hang out here, this is a really nice place to be as sort of a counter posture for the really deep back bends we just did. Or if you'd like, you can come to shoulder stand, lifting the feet up and above, reaching through the toes, nice and bright. Placing those hips on top of those hands, like you're sliding your hands into some mom June pockets. And we're still breathing here. Our neck might feel a little crunched. No pain, but maybe just a little crunched. And if your feet are in the sky, you could even take this pose with your hips on the floor and just rest your feet against a wall. These inversions give us the opportunity to see everything from a different perspective, and sometimes that's a really incredible opportunity. We get very close to the project sometimes, and that can be discouraging. If we don't feel like we're bringing our dreams forward quickly enough, or if we see lots of imperfections that we wish we could correct when it comes to our lives, and we say to ourselves, these things aren't, most vital version of my day, most vital version of my life. Sometimes zooming out, sometimes turning things upside down can give us enough perspective to realize we've been on the path the whole time. One final inhale, and then exhale. Hips go up and above the head, hands come down on either side of the mat, and then rolling slowly out of our shoulder stand. Bringing the legs back down to the mat. From here, we're going to wind things down. Bring the soles of both feet to the sky. Grab the outside edges of those feet and draw those knees down onto either side of the body for happy baby. Pressing the length of the spine all the way from the tailbone, so the backs of the shoulders and the backs of the head down into the earth. Kind of pressing the reset button on all of the back bending and forward bending we just did. Release the outside edges of those feet. Send the left leg out long. And then pull the right knee in towards the chest. And then on an exhale, guide that right knee across the left side of the body. Send the right hand out from that shoulder. Taking a supine spinal twist. And still breathing. Maybe even closing your eyes here at the end of this practice. Settling in, signaling to the body it's time to rest. On an inhale, passing back through center. Give the right knee a squeeze before you trade it for the left. Send the right leg out long. And then guide that left knee across the body with the right hand. Sending the left arm out long. Spinal twist on the opposite side. I and my life are full of vitality. If there's anything that you would like to release and leave on your mat at the end of practice today, I invite you to do so. On an inhale, come back through center. Drawing the knees into the chest, give everything a squeeze. Maybe even reach up and wrap your arms around your knees, around your shins. Give yourself a hug. Thank yourself for your practice, for your commitment to yourself and your journey. And then release it all down Send the legs out long, arms out long, palms to the sky, eyes closed. We find Shavasana, our final rest for our practice today. Revisiting one final time at the end of this journey together, that intention that you set. Maybe even remembering aspects of that beautiful day that you imagined that was so infused with vitality. Holding that image before your mind's eye, holding that intention. And final time, breathe, inhale, breathe some energy into that image. And then exhale, release, let it go, trusting that it's on its way. You've been on the path the whole time. And this is your Shavasana, your opportunity to rest, to integrate every piece of the practice we just moved through. The way the physical body feels, the emotions, the thoughts, and several moments of peace. And if you have several moments, I invite you to spend them here because you deserve rest. And when you're ready to finish, we'll meet in our cross-legged seat at the center of our mat with our hands at our heart and our eyes closed. Thank you so much for your practice today. Namaste. It's been lovely guiding us through this flow together. And I cannot wait for the launching of Yoga Immersion, the Chakras. It's going to be such a beautiful time, and this was just a brief taste of everything that we can expect through this course. And if you would like to learn more, please reach out if you have any questions. But until next time, bye.